Hello everyone. Today we are going to see JSON extractor of JMeter. This is my test plan and this HTTP request returns JSON data. You can see here in the response data, this is my JSON response and I am going to save some values in a variable. Suppose I am going to use this kind attribute and you can see it is going to show value of this kind attribute. Similar way, if I want to see the value of page info, this attribute, there are two sub attributes under it. So you can see both values under it. Suppose I want to fetch some specific value like total results. So I'm going to use dot total results. Now only this value is visible here. Suppose I want to see the value of an array. Items is an array. So I'm going to use $.items and you can see all the values of arrays. Now I want to fetch some specific value. So under item there is another attribute snippet. So I'm using dot snippet and you can see all the values of snippet here. Suppose I want to use the value of custom URL. So there are two custom URLs. All the values are visible here. But if I do not want to use dot which is the second level attribute, so I can use simply square bracket and star. It means all the values under this array. And if I going to test, you can see it is going to return the same value. Suppose I'm going to use the attribute country. So you can see it is returning the value of country. There are two countries in this response data. One is India and another is UK. Now I'm going to add JSON extractor under this HTTP request. And I'm going to use same expression. And the variable name is where. Now there are two matches here. So I want to fetch second match. And just I'm going to run this test plan. Default value is for if no matches are found, what should be the default value. So I'm going to print this variable here in the second HTTP request. Now running the test plan. And you can see it is printing the value of this extraction, that is a second country, that is UK. Suppose I want to fetch the first match, that is India. Running the test plan and it is going to show the first value of the country, that is India. If a sampler with JSON extractor is not visible in the listener, it means there is some error in the extractor. So you need to fix that error. Now I'm going to use again JSON path tester and I'm going to use some expression. Suppose I want to save multiple values in the variable. So I'm going to use here multiple variables with semicolon separated. Similar way, I need to use all the expression of respective variable semicolon separated. So there are three variables where, var1 and var2 and I need to use three expression of these variables. Now match number should be also 3 with semicolon separated, as well as the default values. If no match is found, that is also semicolon separated, the 3 values. So these variables will store the output of this expression. Now I'm going to print all 3 values in the next request. The first is var1, then var1 and var2, and I'm going to run the test plan again. So this will print the output of these 3 values. So you can see this is the response I got. Now suppose I want to fetch the second match of this second expression, so I'm going to change the match number to 2. Now view count should be different here. You can see here in using this expression there are 2 results. So second result should be visible. So variable should print the second result. I'm going to run this test plan, and you can see the value of this variable. The value is changed. It is the second value of the expression. Now another case is what happens if I give the match count is -1. So suppose first I am going to give match count is 1, then I will show you what happens if we give the match count -1. Again I am going to use single expression with single variable. And when I run the test plan, you can see in the listener the first value it is printed. The other two variables does not exist, that's why it has printed the variable itself. Now I'm going to give the match count, that is -1. If I give the match count -1, I need to give the variable name as var_1, var_2, similar way. So currently there are two matches found, that's why I'm going to give two variables, var_1 and var_2. And you will see in the response, you can see these two values are printed. This is var_1 and var_2. Similar way, if you want to get multiple extraction, so you need to use, suppose all the values with width and URL both. So under this array, it will print all the values which has width and URL both. So I'm going to use this as a regular expression. But before it, I'm going to show you as an example. So you can see these many matches found which has width and URL both. I'm able to found 6 matches are there. Now I have used match count again -1, and you can see here there are only 2 matches found because we have used only 2 variables there to print. Now what happens, we want to get all the matches, so I'm going to use all the variables, that is var_1, var_2, var_3, similar to var_6. But what happens if I give var_7 and var_8? They simply do not exist. There are only 6 matches. So we will examine this case also. And in this case, you will find all the 6 values are printed here under request tab, as well as var7, var8 does not exist, that's why it has printed the variable name itself. So this way you can use -1 match count to print all the match cases. Now I'm going to search some text. Suppose I want to print the snippet which has the match text. You can see here I want to print the snippet which has view count is 36256. You can see this is the complete snippet which found the statistics.view count, that is 36256. Now I want some specific value under this snippet. So what I will do, suppose I want subscriber count for this match case. So I will use dot, then the value subscriber count. So subscriber count is under statistics, that's why I'm going to give dot statistics dot subscriber count. Now it should return the value of subscriber count, that is 137. Here you can see this is the match 137. Similar way, if I want to match something else, suppose I want to match the description. So this is the description, so I'm going to give dot snippet dot description because the description is under snippet. So you can see it has printed the description. Or suppose I want to print the custom URL, that is also under snippet. You can see custom URL, that is examination 99. So I'm going to use dot snippet dot custom URL, and it has give the exact printed URL. So this way we can find the match text as well as we can find the printed match text, any special attribute under printed match text. You can see it has printed the custom URL. So I hope this tutorial will help you. Thank you for watching.